Seated with me now is Vernon Good of the Vernon Good Art Gallery. A year and a half ago, this Delaware artist decided to open up his own art gallery located at 910 Orange Street. We'd like you to meet him and take you on a guided tour through his art gallery. Vernon, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine, Bob.
You know, you've done an awful lot for the art and artists in this area, but I think a lot of people visualize art galleries as a sort of stuffy, hard sell, and unaffordable place. How would you direct yourself to those criticisms?
Well, I don't think a gallery is a stuffy place. We run our gallery in a very informal way. We're friendly. As far as pricing is concerned, original paintings can be very affordable to the average person. Quite often a good painting is less than a print might be. The prints are very popular these days, and the concept is that they're much less expensive, but we have very excellent art that can be very comparable in price.
Mm-hmm. Well, being an artist, what made you decide to locate in Wilmington?
Well, I see the future of Wilmington, as was pointed out in an earlier segment of the program, but aside from that, I think that the opportunities for a professional artist are very few in the area as far as a good display place for his work, his or her work. And secondly, there's not very many good opportunities for a buying public to view that work and to have a legitimate kind of atmosphere in which to see and buy it.
Do you have any questions, Ed, that you might want to ask him?
I'm curious about art galleries because anytime I've ever been into an art gallery, I've always wondered, how does the person who runs the gallery try to figure out what art to put in there, what artists to represent, and what not? Is it your own personal taste, or do you try to figure out what's going to sell and to the customers in your market, or how do you figure that out?
Well, first of all, the work has to be of top quality. That's foremost. Secondly, the art has to be, in this case, in my judgment, good quality art. And that judgment is based upon my own field of art and participation in it for the past 30-some years.
You know, this place that you've established has regular business hours. Why don't we tell the viewers what your hours are?
That's correct. The hours are 9 to 5 daily, and it's open to the public, and we're also open on Saturday from 10 till 2.
Do you have much of a downtown lunch trade that comes in to browse?
Yes, Bob, that is really our very busy time. The lunchtime crowd does find it quite enjoyable to come in and browse through, and oftentimes we get the same people repeating the same show, kind of perusing another look at it, if you will.
Do you find a lot of problems that are specific to running an art gallery as opposed to any other business in downtown Wilmington?
Well, no, not really. I wouldn't say. The main problem of running an art gallery, I guess, is that it's traditionally not a very financially sound kind of business. It's not one that you sell paintings like hotcakes, for example. But we subsidize, in effect, that running of the gallery through our operation of a custom framing business on the first floor. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't make it financially.
You know, it was interesting, before we got together, you stated about how you really felt that people just didn't know about the art gallery that you've established, and you expressed very sincerely some of your thoughts. I'd like you to share them with the viewers now.
Well, my feeling has been that a lot of people, we continually are sending invitations to our show openings and so forth, have not taken advantage of them, and perhaps the feeling has been that we are not a legitimate kind of operation. Legitimate in that maybe we're some kind of a little rinky-dink hole in the wall that is not worth bothering with. It couldn't be further from the truth, because we have represented there some of the outstanding artists of the area, and some of those artists are nationally and internationally known. Reynolds Thomas, for example, is an internationally known artist. George Sandstrom of nearby Pennsylvania has just joined us. We have a number of others. You'll be seeing some pictures of the gallery, an opening of Terry Newitt, who is a very well-known local artist.
And just happens to be our staff writer.
Yes.
Ed, I think you'll enjoy this. You weren't there, but this was a very nice showing, and if you watch the monitor, we're going to get a chance to see that opening at the Vernon Good Art Gallery. Ed, this is the outside of the building. Vernon?
Well, the outside is very unpretentious, as you can see. Our window we try to keep attractive and change on a weekly basis so that your interest is kept current. On the first floor we have a frame shop, as I've stated earlier, and we do have some prints in that section of the business there.
What is this we're seeing? This is upstairs at the
No,
shop?
this is on the first floor. The painting that we were looking at was one of my own.
Mm-hmm.
I try to remain rather modest in my showing of my own paintings in this gallery. This is my wife, Betty Good, who works with me at the gallery on a daily basis, and without whom I couldn't run the place.
Oh, there we have you.
Yeah. There's Terry Newitt on the left. This is his show, and was opened on Sunday afternoon. We'll be having a new show opening coming up on January the 4th. It's a Sunday afternoon. We'd certainly like to have all of the public come and join us for wine and cheese and so on.
Yes. This gentleman here is Terry Newitt's grandfather from England, who is looking at one of Terry's originals.
That's a great picture. That
He
could
was
be an artist.
an extremely
Yeah.
interesting man,
Oh,
and
yes.
I enjoyed talking with him immensely. The galleries, we have two up on the second floor. One is what we call a permanent gallery, in which we display about 35 artists' work on a regular basis. The other gallery, decorated in a more traditional way with white walls and so on, is where we reserve for one-man shows, two-person shows, and so forth. We invite artists of a professional stature to call on us and show us their work for consideration and inclusion in shows.
Well, this piece here was a dark one, but that's Dover, the old green in Dover, one of Terry's
Yes,
paintings.
it was a fantastic painting.
And this is sort of dark, but again, this is a picture which sold right away of a look from it.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
I thought some of the photography was very nice too. It
Yeah.
goes along with the gallery and the mood, etc.
You know, right now, Ed, you're going to have to warm up because you're going to do another song right after these messages. Vernon, I hope you stick around. We've got a lot more to go.
Thank you,
Stay
Bob.
tuned, and we'll be right back. Great. That was very nice, Vernon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
This was...
Focus Delaware will return after these messages.
For the largest selection of bridal gowns and accessories, stop in at Maylene's Bridal Fashions at 803 Brandywine Boulevard. Maylene's also features many lovely styles of bridesmaids' gowns and mother's dresses to fit any size or any budget. Maylene's has been providing quality service as a family business for many years.